Hey everybody, good morning. Happy Cyber Monday. And by the way, if you have online reputation management problems, hire Zenny62 Media at zenny62media.com. Zenny62 Media Incorporated. We're the best to solve your reputation management problems and your online content news needs. Zenny62 Media. This news that I'm about to read to you comes from law.com. And law.com is among the best at really breaking down news, particularly news that has to do with legislation and government. This is from Carla Banaukas, and it reads, President Donald Trump's former lawyer cannot serve as acting U.S. Attorney for New Jersey. That's right, President Trump's former lawyer, his name Alina Habba. Alina Habba. And if you're wondering who she is, well, we have her right here. This is Miss Habba. With the signature thumbs up she's giving along with President Donald Trump. She was Donald Trump's personal attorney, if you remember. At any rate, well, Trump tried to worm her in as a legitimate government attorney, and she's made some mistakes, but as well as other charges, I won't go in that direction. But the bottom line is, this person can no longer serve as acting U.S. Attorney for New Jersey. That was decided by the Third Circuit Court today in a presidential opinion holding that her appointment violated, not presidential, presential, not presidential, presential opinion holding that her appointment violated the Federal Vacancies Reform Act and undermined the Constitution and constitutional safeguards of Senate confirmation. A three-judge circuit panel affirmed a district court order disqualifying Alina Habba from overseeing prosecutions, including cases against Julien Giraud and real estate influencer Cesar flipping New Jersey Pina. Although the court disqualified Habba, it declined to dismiss the indictments in the cases. So those cases are still alive, but she was just basically pushed out of them. The appellate opinion marks the latest twist in the controversy swirling around Alina Habba's tenure as the top federal prosecutor in New Jersey, the Garden State. Habba was originally named the U.S. Attorney by President Trump in March, but she was never confirmed by the Senate. Her formal nomination was withdrawn following opposition from New Jersey's top two Democratic senators. When the 120-day clock wound down on Habba's interim appointment, Chief U.S. District Judge Renee Marie Baum then appointed First Assistant U.S. Attorney Desiree Grace to the role, but Attorney General Pam Bondi fired Grace and replaced her with Habba, first in the role of Special Attorney, and then as First Assistant U.S. Attorney, taking over the tasks of U.S. Attorney for the state. Boy, if this doesn't sound like something weird like the King Mutiny, I don't know what does. Or worse, maybe it's playtime, kindergarten, government. Yeah, that's what it sounds more like. Playtime, kindergarten, government. But I digress. U.S. Circuit Judge D. Michael Fisher, writing for the panel, emphasized that only the first assistant in place at the time of a vacancy may automatically assume acting duties under what is called the FVRA. The court rejected the U.S. Justice Department's argument that Habba could be retroactively designated as first assistant and thereby qualify for automatic elevation. Now, if you're wondering what the FVRA is, that is not specifically defined here by law 360. So I'm going to have to go outside of the document I was provided for a moment to get you that answer, because it's not immediately obvious one moment. But I do think you deserve to know, and the public deserves to know, what FVRA means. FVRA as an acronym. And FVRA is the Federal Vacancies Reform Act. That's FVRA, Federal Vacancies Reform Act. That should have been in parentheses. The court rejected the Justice Department's argument that Habba could be retroactively designated as first assistant and thereby qualify for automatic elevation. Quote, Habba is not the acting U.S. Attorney for the District of New Jersey by virtue of her appointment as First Assistant U.S. Attorney because only the First Assistant in place at the time of the vacancy rises automatically assumes the functions and duties of the office under the FVRA. Again, the Federal Vacancies Reform Act, Judge Fisher wrote. Judges L. Felipe Restrepo, D. Brooks Smith, and D. Michael Fisher sat on the Third Circuit panel. Julien Giraud is represented by Thomas S. Mergiano of the law offices of Thomas S. Mergiano and Martin Cronin, the Lawyers for the Rule of Law. Julien Giraud III is represented by Gina A. Amoriello. You think by this time I would know Amoriello when I recognize it. Gina A. Amoriello at the law office of Gina Amoriello. Cesar Humberto Pina is represented by Abe D. Lowell, David A. Kolansky, Isabella M. Oshie, and John P. Bolin of Lowell and Associates PLLC, Jared Crovatin of Crovatin Now LLC, and Norman L. Eisen and Joshua Cobb of Democracy Defenders in Action. The government itself is represented by Catherine Twomey Allen and Henry C. Whitaker of the United States Department of Justice, and Mark E. Coyne, Rachel Navarro, Allison Thompson, Carolyn Slane, Aaron Webman, Adele Rivera, Matthew Specht, and Marco Peace of the U.S. Attorney's Office for this District of New Jersey. The cases are U.S. versus Julien Giraud Jr., case number 25-2635, and U.S. versus Cesar Humberto Pina, case number 25-2636, both in the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Third Circuit. And so that's the news. Looks like Trump's going to have to figure out something else to do with her friend and for his friend. All right. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube. Bookmark ZennyReport.com. And again, check out Zenny62 Media. Yeah, that's right. You would say, where's Zenny62 Media? I will show you. All you have to do is go to Zenny62Media.com today. And this is our proud website. If you've never been there before, I'm showing you quickly. There it is. And when you get there, folks, just all you have to do is click on the link here, right there. It says add to stage. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I'm working to add it to the stage now, but guess what? Let me see something here. I'll stop that screen. That's not working either. Hold on a second, folks. Technical glitches galore today, but things happen. All right. This, and I'm going to have to remove there. And then we'll add this new edition here, right there. I thought that was going to remove automatically, but it didn't. Nonetheless, click on the accept, and there you are. Zenny62 Media Incorporated, online news, reputation management. Let us tell your story and train Search AI for you. That's right. Training Search AI is part of what we do because it involves making new content, which we have done for almost 2 decades, and since 2010 as the brand Zenny 62 Media, which is now a Delaware C corporation. So hire Zenny 62 Media for your content needs and for your reputation management and to solve your reputation management problems. Thanks a lot. Thank you for your time, and check out our site, zenny62media.com. All right. See you later. Thank you.